What's up, everybody? It's the Gingy Beast here for Gingy Chat with the Gingy Beast, your favorite local neighborhood ginger on YouTube. Please check out my channel. Skipping the jingle today, just coming on. The last couple videos I know I've been throwing out that I overthink, and I'm coming on here with my overthinking thoughts. So I thought I would come on and introduce myself more or less and say, yes, I am the Gingy Beast, and I am an overthinker. I always have been. And if you're one too, you know how exhausting your own mind can be to you. I can replay a conversation over and over and over again. Like, what did they mean by that? Did I say the wrong thing? Should I have said something different? It's crazy being an overthinker, but it's not all bad. But before I know it, something that lasted 5 minutes has been living in my head for 5 hours. That can be a bad thing. But lately I've been thinking about something in regards to overthinking. And we always talk about overthinking like it's a weakness, or it is a bad thing. Like it's something we need to get rid of. But at the end of the day, like, is it always a bad thing? Because I don't think it is. I don't. It can get annoying, but there are actually parts of being an overthinker that can be like a strength, like a strong characteristic. Like, as an overthinker, we notice everything. And people notice that we notice everything. So we notice small changes in people, like behaviors such as their tone, their body language, the way somebody normally acts compared to how they're acting at that moment or in that day. As overthinkers, we're always thinking ahead. We look at the different possibilities before making decisions, like the 10 million that might not exist, but we look at making the decisions. And we think, what could go right? What could go wrong? What am I not seeing here? There's a lot of things going on as an overthinker. And sometimes I think that makes us prepared for other people and things that they've never even considered. It can also make you extremely self-aware. I think about something I said or did and ask myself, could I have handled that better? Or like, was I wrong? Do I owe somebody an apology? What can I learn from this? These are all things as an overthinker that go running through your mind. I'm sure you all know if you're an overthinker. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's reflection. A lot of it. That's accountability. That's growth. I mean, there's a point where the thinking stops helping you. And that's what you got to realize. And that's where the negative side begins of overthinking. Because sometimes you're not actually looking for an answer anymore. You're just stuck in a loop. And you're stuck in it for a long time. And it gets to you. And it builds on you. And you replay the same conversations over and over and over again. And you find things that weren't in the conversation possibly. You question the same decisions. You imagine every possible outcome, the 10 billion that don't exist or couldn't happen. And somehow your brain always seems to find the worst one. I'm guilty of that, which I have put so much work into in the last couple of months. I am guilty of that. Someone doesn't answer your message, like that kind of a situation, and suddenly you've created an entire story in your head about why they didn't answer that message. You start worrying. You start questioning yourself, like about things that didn't even happen in relation to the whole situation. You try to predict things you couldn't possibly know. You try to, there's a million things as an overthinker. As I'm overthinking, you try to control situations that are completely out of your control, which is not something I've had so many people tell me that about myself, and they were all right. And that's when overthinking becomes exhausting mentally. Like, I put myself to bed by overthinking, because your body can be sitting completely still while your mind has been running a freaking marathon as you're sitting down. It's just your brain. I think that's the line I'm learning to recognize in myself now. And is my thinking actually taking me somewhere that's beneficial to me? You need to stop and think, like, is this relevant? Is this doing any good for me whatsoever? Is it helping me make a decision? Is it teaching me something in the moment? Sometimes yeah, but probably not when you're overthinking. Is there an action I can take to stop this? Because if the answer is yes, then maybe thinking deeply isn't the complete problem. But if we've gone over the same thing 1,000 times and no closer to an answer, which is usually my gig, I'm not solving anything anymore. I'm just running the marathon. I'm just torturing myself with possibilities that don't exist, and that just loop and loop. And maybe that's the real battle. The real battle of being an overthinker, it is part of the real battle, is not learning how to stop thinking. I wish I could shut my brain off. I'm sure even people who aren't overthinkers wish they could shut their brain off. But you got to learn when enough is enough. Pump the brakes. Stop. Because the same mind that notices things other people miss can also create things that were never there. So, the same mind that prepares you for tomorrow can steal the day from you in the moment, which I've done to myself a billion times. The same self-awareness that helps you grow can make you question everything about yourself. So I don't think being an overthinker necessarily is a weakness. I think you just have to learn how to control it, manage it, use it to your benefit, and learn how to control where your mind takes you. You gotta think and reflect, and you gotta learn. And you can grow from that. Make the decision. Make the decision without 800 other possible decisions, and then move on. Because sometimes the answer isn't another thought. The answer is not always another thought. It has to end somewhere. Sometimes you have to trust yourself in your thought process. Trust God, if that's something that helps you. Sometimes you have to accept you don't know what's going to happen. You can't control what will happen, which is something I can really worked hard on. And sometimes, at the end of the day, you just have to let shit go. I've not been swearing. Okay, I gotta let that go. But sometimes you just have to let things go as an overthinker. And it's hard. Iboga helped me quite a bit with that, actually, to be honest. But we have to accept things as things are. But again, as an overthinker, that's a hard thing to do. So now that I made this video, I'm going to sit for 25 minutes about if I should post this video or not. I'm going to overthink right now for the next hour if I should post this video about being an overthinker. Anyway, I hope this video helped somebody. Please subscribe to my channel, Gingy Chat with the Gingy Beast. And if you're an overthinker, let me know what your thoughts are and so on. Mental Mob in the house, Conquer Clothing, CONKUER clothing.com. Both brands, one message, giving back to mental health services through sales of our merchandise.